Can you give us a timeline as far as when you found out that Brent would be in the protocol?
Well, the day he tested, I got the call that he was positive. So, shortly thereafter, a couple hours after he tested. So, good and bad that only one guy, the good part was only one guy tested positive, and it seems to, for now anyways, it looks like it's, that's tight. Bad news, obviously, losing Burnsy. We also, the games being canceled helps us a little bit. He gets to 27th. That's his 10th day. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, what day zero is be considered, but there's a chance that we might have him for Anaheim, or if not, maybe Arizona games. So, I guess it's good and bad.
Have you spoken to Brent, and how is he feeling?
Yeah, he feels fine. I spoke to him yesterday and the day before. He feels good. He's obviously frustrated because he wants to be able to do everything and work out. And he rode his bike down here from home today and tested. So he's still he's still doing his thing.
Saw that Andrew Cogliano wasn't on the ice today. John Madden, I don't think, was out there. Was there any update on those guys?
Yeah, John Madden flew home for a personal matter, and Cogs the same thing. It was a personal day for him. He'll be back at practice tomorrow. John will probably be away. If we're not playing, no sense of flying him back. I talked to him this morning. I said, stay there. If we don't hear anything different, stay there, enjoy your family for Christmas, and be back. He'll be back in practice on the 27th in the morning with us. So, yeah, he went home for the weekend, and lo and behold, all of a sudden our games got canceled. So we had the weekend off.
What's been your reactions? Just what's happened league wide here over the last few days? So many postponements, so many guys have to enter the protocol. Has it been just kind of just mind blowing how fast this thing has grown here?
Yeah, to be honest, I think we all thought we were out of the, out of this whole pandemic kind of situation. Things were gradually getting better, and now society's taking a step backwards. It's amazing to see. I'm just reading up and trying to read the news every day and see how it's affecting the world, and we're no different. I think the fear moving forward for us is, what does it look like when we get back for Christmas, and not so much the protocols, but we want to play, and we don't want to miss any more games. So how's that going to look, and how do we get through this second half of our schedule here, living with this, this pandemic?
Shane?
Hey, Bob, just wanted to backtrack on Brent's timeline, just to be sure. So because he practiced on your last practice, the 17th, I guess you guys got the positive fly test after that practice, I assume?
Yeah, he practiced with us Friday morning. And then, shortly thereafter, he tested positive. So, Friday was a scheduled test for everybody. So we got the news Friday afternoon.
Okay. Also today, you guys reassigned Jasper Weatherby and Jaden Hoblewatts. Is this going to be an opportunity for them to, join the Barracuda in Colorado and play some games here with the time off?
Yeah, that's the plan. We knew, we talked yesterday, and we knew these games would be canceled during the week. And, for both those guys, we thought it was important that they go down and, play a lot and keep in game shape. We're trying to tailor practice as much as we can to sort of a mini training camp, some conditioning, some battling, some refresh on some systems. And for those guys, I want them to play. So it's important, I think, especially Weatherby. I think he's had some early success with us. Hit a wall for a bit, is starting to come out of that, but I think it'd be great for him to go down and, play in all situations, maybe some of the situations he doesn't play here.
And finally, you're going to have this, week or so off, look at the positive side of it. Is this a good time for you guys to refresh, maybe change some things up, just that sort of thing, and this time off you have?
Well, yeah, I think so. I think, if they could take any positive out of it, we've had some guys that are banged up. We've talked about, Mario and Rhymes is coming off an injury, and, just certain guys that it'd be nice to be able to buy a week for. Rudy buys him another week. So in that regard, it's good. I think that the worst part about it is sitting with a little bit of bad taste in your mouth. We wanted to obviously, compete and get points out of the Seattle game and the Vancouver game. We didn't. So you got to sit around with that for a week and a little bit. So it'd be nice to be able to get back and play. For me personally, disappointment is, and I know we were sort of the guinea pig. We're the first team to go through this, but, we had to play with missing 8-9 guys, and we had to make do and call guys up and, play games that were worth valuable points. It was our chance to maybe play Vancouver and Edmonton, them being a little bit shorthanded, and that's not going to happen. So a little disappointing from that regard that, things have changed, but I understand as well.
Ross?
So Bob, what's the plan for this week? Are you practicing tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday, then taking a break?
Yeah, well, we're going to play Thursday night against Edmonton, and then everybody was gone for a few days. But so we're going to practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If nothing changes, I'm going to give the guys Thursday off, and just to get basically an extra a day's rest during the Christmas break. Again, I think these next 3 days are going to be hard on these guys, and usually by day 4 of 3 hard ones in a row, you're not really going to accomplish much other than letting these guys just sort of take a break and enjoy their families for a couple of days.
These guys are going to have 4 or 5 days off, and some teams obviously have longer now. They're going to be out in public. They want to travel. They have plans. Does that change? Or are you guys sort of telling your guys hunker down and change your plans? And that's probably really hard to do right now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think for the most part, it's not really an issue here. I think we have 90, 95, 97% of our guys are staying in town anyway, because our break's not very long. The few that are going, yes, it's going to be about, safety and precautions and, but these have been plans that these guys have had for the family for a long time. And, they just got to make sure that, they're careful about things, and, we're not going to stop living life, but we got to be a little smarter about things.
And this is a hard one to answer, but, how optimistic or more pessimistic are you that when we reach, past the Christmas break, that things are going to be better and there'll be an open path to continue, or do you feel like, I don't know, this could go on a while?
I asked myself a question, and I know some of the guys have been talking this morning around the coffee machine, talking about, they're a little worried about what it looks like after, but my personal, I've seen the football announcement about the testing stopping and everything else. And I think when the issue is here is you got 2 different basic jurisdictions, countries, Canada and US, that are, they have different rules. So that may be a little harder to do in our sport. But yeah, if you ask me personally, and I don't know, medically speaking, if this is the right thing to say, but at the end of the day, I think it's, hopefully it would get to a system where, if you have symptoms, you're not feeling right, you stay at home. If not, you come to the rink and if it's not serious. But I don't know if that's a smart way to go about it or not. And that's just my personal opinion. But, every team's going to deal with it. So the league's going to have to come up with some kind of format. How many guys you need to play and play through it, because I don't think this thing's going away.